Hey, are you interested in Wattbike shit? I don't know, I didn't think I was until I got this. Hello. I am reading the small instructions on the front of this screen. Welcome back to my garage. If you watched my Wattbike Atom video, apologies for the colour. I didn't have the door open because I don't like people seeing me use the get all hot and sweaty in my garage, who misses. So I've got some natural light now. The fluorescent light is a bit weird. Anyway, I thought I've just been watching another video online about how to set this up properly. So I just thought I would run you through what I've done. Now, I will admit I have stolen this. No, I haven't. I have borrowed this. I have leveraged this, as we might say in banking. I have leveraged this for my own use. But if you want the full details on how to do it and all the science behind it, go and see Ben eFit channel, or Benefit, play on words. You see what he's done there? Yeah, it's I will give you the bare bones of what he's done and just set up my own bike, but he will tell you how, why, and wherefore. To start with, you need some vernier calipers. Every good garage should have a set of these if you do anything around the house, or perhaps with bikes, measuring headsets and spacers and measuring headsets and bearings and whatever. It can be digitized, but if you leave the battery in there, it runs out in about 2 minutes flat. So I just use the numbers on the side. Anyway, the first thing you do, split these apart, 80 millimeters. 70, 80. Which one's 80? It's that longer one there. I think that tightens it down, yep. 80. And you move these back until they touch on either side, so that is 80 mil. And then, as per all good Blue Peter fans, you get your readily prepared piece of tape with, you'll notice, a longer section there. And you mark it there. And the reason for the longer section is that you start measuring at the front of the tape rather than at the back of the tape. Okay, and then you do exactly the same thing on your existing bike that you're trying to copy the measurements from. So that's still on 80. Push it there. Get your bit of tape and put it there. Okay. Right. Yeah, that's good. The next thing you do is you get a plumb line, which is a weighted bit of string. In my case, it's a builder's line that I use for gardening or laying bricks or whatever. Or alternatively, if you have access, you can use a laser. And then you hold. Make sure your bike is flat, of course. You hold this at the top. And that is dead straight there. So you hold it down like that. Make sure the plumb line is not touching anything. And you put that there. Yep. Okay. Now you measure from the center of your axle to that end there, and record that number. That's there in the center, and this is 22 centimeters, 220 mil. You then transfer this over here and you hang that down there. So that is from there, and you measure from there to there. And that is, looks like 23.5, doesn't it? So the saddle needs to come 15 mil forward. Right, so what's that on? That's on 80, 85, 88. So it needs to go to 73. So let me just move the saddle. Right, so there's a 4mm Allen key in there, so I've just undone that. So this was 88, so move it forward. So that's 75, 74, 73. And then tighten that up. That's tight enough. 73, so that's your first change made. So now this measurement from here to here should be 22. 22. Yeah, it's touching there, and it's going to the centre there. Right, so the next thing I do is measure from here to here. Right, so from here to here is, look at that, let's say 800. That's pretty accurate there, isn't it? And then, so we do the same measurement. I have to turn that around there. 800 to there, so oh, it's there. So it's a little bit low. It needs to go up 20mm, maybe 15mm. Right, it needs to go up 15mm. So what are we on at the moment? This counts down. So 765. So that's 780, isn't it? So this is quite sensitive. Undo it. I think that's it. Yep. Where's the mark? This does not need to move much. There you go, and it's tight. So now we measure it again. So that was to the top of the saddle there. 800. That's done. Right, now we're going to measure how much lower the handlebars are than the saddle. So to do that, I use my builder's plumb. This is the highest point on the saddle. It's slightly higher than that, and also it makes it handy because these are a bit short. The bubble's a bit short, so I make sure the bubble's in the centre there, which it will be in a moment. Get my measuring tape again, and I measure from this to the top of the handlebars, and that is, let me just make sure that's central, the bubble was in the middle, that is 65 mil, everything's straight, 65, yeah, 65 mil. Okay, so come over here and bubble straight. No, where's the bubble? There we go. So they are, well, they're way out, they're way lower, so they need to come. Right, so put that there, bubble straight. Handlebars are about 200, 65, 135. So this needs to come up by 135. So what's it on? 570, 580, 590, 690. So it needs to come up to 725. So undo that. There we go. So a little bit. Right, so what did I say? 590 plus 135 is 725, wasn't it? These don't like moving, do they? Right, that needed a little bit of a spray with some PT spray. Just some maintenance spray, it's not WD-40, it's not going to ruin anything. Just just gave it a little bit of a lube, allowed it to slide up. Right, so now we're on 725, so I can tighten this up, get around the front. So this is the tightening motion, isn't it? This moves a bit more than the seat one. Handlebars are at the right height, so I suppose now is the distance I'm going to measure. Right, and the last measurement is the length from there to there. So we measure from there to the front of the hoods or the back of the hoods, depending on which way you're thinking about it. So let's hold that there. We'll do that there. 870. 870? Yeah, 870. And so this measurement here is from there to the front of the hoods. Oh, okay, 890, so it needs to come back 20 mil. Okay, and that is 5 mil. So what did I say, 20 mils it needs to come back. So undo this. What was the mark? What am I measuring against? Well, let's say this red bit here. So it needs to come back 20. So that needs to come from 38 to 18. That's about it, isn't it? Just tighten that up. So that should be that. So this Wattbike should now perfectly match my gravel bike that I did 160k on 2 weeks ago, 150k on a week ago, and so it should be very, very comfortable. And don't forget, check out Benefit's YouTube channel below. All credit to him, he was the brains behind this. I'm sure other people have done it in the past, but he was the one that I just did a quick search of and seemed the most simplest way to set your bike up. So yeah, check. Thanks Ben, top man, and all credit to you. Let's see how it goes. All right, until the next time, cheers.